Absolutely. And Stephen, I think you may have discussed this before, but I was just wondering, how did she even end up there? Did she decide to go for a walk, or did she drive her vehicle into that area?
Art, simply, we don't know the answer to that question right now. The eyewitnesses who are out here, and there are hundreds at this point looking on here on the east side of the waterway, are looking on. No one seems to know the answer to that question.
You know, another
how
observation.
Exactly she ended up in that.
Yeah. Another observation
I will say that
pointed out, Steve, I'm sorry, is that there could be boats that are cars below the boat, keeping the boat from going any farther.
Yeah.
Because you never know how many.
That's actually a fantastic observation because you see a box truck. You see a box truck that's almost, it looks like the cabin of that box truck is covered. So with the cabin of a box truck being covered, you would assume that water could be covering cars there as well.
It looks like that other boat is getting pretty close to her, which is a good thing, but still not approaching her. They must be able to see something under that water that prevents them from going forward. You know, and then you have an engine, of course. They probably have one of those 200 horsepower engines on the back end of that little boat, or 100 horsepower, and that engine drops at least 1.5 feet or 2 feet. And so as a result of that, you know, you're going to be hitting anything on the underneath. So perhaps they're watching out for that. But you're right, Steve. Look at that Valero gas station. Those signs are
how
so
high the water is.
And just to speculate, Art and Gina, at this point, as to where she might have been, whether she was in a car or something like that, to the north of the freeway, there's a motel. There's also apartments and homes there. So quite honestly, it would be difficult to see where exactly at this point how she ended up there.
Yeah. You know, and including our news crews here at the station, but certainly I can see the case is true with these the folks on the boats there. A lot of people just don't walk around with vests, life preserver vests, and you know, you would like to think people have them on boats, but a lot of boats got called into action, and I'm seeing that, you know, I don't see, it looks like the boat that was out there first, some of those folks have on life vests, but the boat now approaching her, they don't, so there's not the option necessarily of throwing out a life vest, which is one of the options normally you might want to take advantage of.
Those two gentlemen on that boat that just got in the water, unfortunately I wasn't able to get to them before they got out there, but they look like just two average citizens.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. They're obviously not affiliated with any kind of law enforcement agency. They just look like two people out there with a boat.
Is the other boat
up.
Knowing what's below that, as you said, you know, that could be hitting his boat. Amazing.
Wait a minute. She just jumped
back in. She jumped back in. My photographer
was
saying that she just jumped back in.
Okay, she just jumped back in. This is clearly someone who does not want to be rescued.
That she jumped back in.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
that
coincides with what eyewitnesses are telling us out there, that she was distraught.
That she was so distraught.
You know what,
she may have a mental health problem because
I think that's
obviously
what we're dealing with,